bj Convict music. We the best. Yeah. We taking over. Listen.
Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it's warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it's storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ass Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel and switch. Red light stop, make it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't make it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that.
We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Irving at the point guard. Good on the shot. Gordon's got his first 3 points of the game.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
On defense, New Orleans. It's a 5-point game. And on the way from Irving for 3, and that one's good.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Kicks to Usher. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. It's Davis with the drive. And he takes that one out and powers it through.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Thompson with the bucket. For New Orleans, they've got their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Kicks it out to Evans. Outside, Davis. In the corner, it's Gordon. And that one falls coming off of Davis's. And it's 6 points for Eric Gordon.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Smith wide open. He fires. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. On up the court. Evans kicks to Gordon. The pass to Usher. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Holiday attacking. That's good.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now, here's Thompson. Smith outside. On the wing, James. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Love. Smith kicks to Love. His 3-pointers off the mark. Pelicans last season, a very solid team rebounding too. Top to bottom, the team they would rebound as a team.
And one of the metrics that I do like, they led the league in contested rebounds. I mean, that speaks to the effort that this team competed with. And winning those 50-50 rebounds means more than just collecting any old miss. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And Asher throws it down.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Thompson with the bucket.
You know, you look at the Pelicans, and it's not surprising, guys, to hear that they led the way or league in contested rebounds. I mean, they fight for every inch of space on the floor. And rebounds are just part of that mentality they have.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Oh, wide open look for Love. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. New Orleans leading by 7.
And, guys, going forward, the Pelicans will need to continue that mentality to grow into a playoff team. They'll have to have a blue-collar work ethic. That means continuing to fight for all those 50-50 rebounds.
And that one's good, Irving.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season. Got a big $90 million max extension as well. In a really good spot in his career at this point.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club to
It
be
is.
in. Only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Pass to Fry. Takes a 3. No luck. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Cunningham kicks to Ajinski. Shumpert with the steal. They're running. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. Shumpert gets a wide open look. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Pelicans leading by 4. There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. The kick out to Anderson. The fadeaway. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over, but that is a difficult shot to set.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans.
And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to its first title. Team.
He sat us down.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
Yeah, I would think so. You'd be better served to go right along with what he's talking about. Dub the new big 3 along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's lead and advice, the sky's the limit.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
On the court for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well,
man.
speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
New Orleans in the lead. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Evans leading the charge.
D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
So, timeout.
Really unfortunate for Eric Gordon that an assortment of injuries have really derailed his career. A few years back, he looked like he'd be an absolute star. Once a 22 points a game score, was down to 13 a game last season.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Omer Asher. He's checked in for Anderson. And it's Drew Holiday in for Norris Cole. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Outside Gordon. Davis against Love. And stolen by Love. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Cleveland. Yeah, on the topic of Eric Gordon, one would think he's still young and talented enough to be a difference maker with any team. He just has to stay healthy. That is the bottom line. He's got to keep his health.
Kevin, the truth is, though he's had a number of injuries, they've all been different. It isn't one chronic thing. So with a little good luck, we could see him shine once more. And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right. That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Evans goes in, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And guys, Tyreke Evans is so versatile. Great instincts, well-developed skill set. He can beat you every way you turn.
And back to Tyreke Evans. He's a big, muscular guy for a wing. That 7-foot wingspan, that arm span we've all admired and read so much about. Too strong for off guards. Too quick for small forwards. He's kind of got a ubiquitous position.
He does. And Kevin, you know, it's funny. A lot of people have tried to place him in the box in terms of position. Instead of just saying he's a basketball player, the guy's strong. He's got tremendous physical attributes. Combine that with the ball handling and his confidence, and it gives you an interesting mix. I mean, he's one of the more unique, multi-faceted guys we have in our league.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Thompson, a screen on Holiday. And it's Dellavedova missing. Pelicans leading by 3. Right side Davis. And that's Evans penetrating. And he gets it to go. Evans has got 5 now.
The D cannot forget about him like that. He'll light you up. Big time.
Here's LeBron from about 19 feet. And too long on the shot.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was a three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
New Orleans making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asher. Cunningham comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Dexter in for Tyreke Evans. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Ajinça. For the 3. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
Some changes for New Orleans. Anderson comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. James checked in for Shumpert. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Irving for 3. Rebound by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 4 rebounds in this game. Anderson passes to Cunningham. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. On its way from Irving for two. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Smith on the wing. Got a piece of it. Back to Irving. The screen from Thompson. Anderson. Cannot hit. And so it's a close.
Yes, guys, I'm here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They were outscored by just a... And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Gordon playing very well. He has 14 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all filled up and on the floor to start the third. So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Ashik in the middle. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. And it's Holiday in at the points. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Evans. Good D from Love.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Holiday with it. Guarded now by Irving.
Drew Holiday for 3.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And a wide open look for James. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
And the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shepard is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. This was possibly the best of Tyreek Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kevin, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the heaviest season he's had since he was a rookie.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Douglas is checked in.
At the line for your
Back to Tyreek Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. He really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
And talking about Tyreek Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. It's time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you. There was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Now off the inbound. That misses off the backboard.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And the rejection by Evans. Shumpert dishes to LeBron. Cleveland moving it around. And Fry kicks to James. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Pick by Mozgov. There's the pick. Irving attacking. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 16 points.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And Cleveland also making a change. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Irving. Back to James for the lead. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the inside. Ajinça the pass to Cunningham. Out left to the wing. Deep 2 from Pondexter. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Cavaliers ball.
For Cleveland, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Mozgov drives in. They now take the lead. Mozgov's got the lead up to 1 now for the Cavs. New Orleans gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And the jam by Ajinça. This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Knocked away. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising in such a tight game.
Yeah, they've had their chances, and they're playing with passion. They've just got to tighten up on the execution.
Anderson can't get that one to fall.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Here's James, plenty of space, and that one comes up a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Cunningham dishes it to Ajinça. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And James throws it down.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Cold shot is good.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
The dish now to Mozgov. Pass to Dellavedova for 3. Fry. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. So both teams making substitutions here. And the Pelicans with possession here. The feed to Cunningham. Launches a 3. Good work defensively by Smith. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Come on, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. Let them get it.
3 off the inbound. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. By the time we knock the first 3, we should be in for a treat. The Pelicans trail on the court for Cleveland. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Jones is out there in front. And it's Rob at the center filling out the middle. I think, Clark, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
The drive by Smith, and it's Omer Ashik with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Shot from the inbound, and the layup is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And Jones sends it back. Smith kicks to Dellavedova. There's the dish to Fry. Smith the pass to Love. And Ashik sends it back. Wow! To the middle. Here's Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, you can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively. Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And, guys, mark that play right there because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The 3-point shot still there for the 2nd straight season, Greg. He hit the 2nd most threes among power forwards again, standing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Knocked away.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Jones, no one around him. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And that ties it up.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout call by
You know, as the season wore on, guys, the Pelicans became a matchup that nobody wanted to see. Very tough against teams and had very few weaknesses, too.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make a simple play. Kevin?
Well, for the Pelicans last season, they were a tough matchup. The defense was one thing, but their mentality, the way they thought through the game was fantastic.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at their record against other playoff teams, and it stacks up well. I mean, they made the playoffs by never thinking they were at a disadvantage on the floor. And having that kind of confidence in a young team, that only really speaks for a positive moving forward.
Evans dishes to Davis. Shot clock at 6. And there's the call on James. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.